Alright guys, so as you can see, we've got some feed bags tied under the saddle. I'm just hoping to desensitize him a little bit better to stuff being around his legs. See there, he got spooked by the bags, so that's what I want. I want him to get spooked by the bags. The bags can be a very good desensitizing tool, so it's continually desensitizing him. You can grab him, whip him, move him. This is great for the flank area. It usually is a little more sensitive. And these bags are just rubbing on that area, getting him to chill out with things touching that area. Right there, he fell down and almost ran me over. All I wanted to do was not change directions yet. He changed directions and almost ran me over. But I put my hand up quick to kind of stop him from running me over. So I held my hand up and said, hey, don't run me over. So you've been teaching me to back up real quick with the halter. So bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. There, one step back. Great job. So here, put pressure on it. There, good. So come out, touch it. Pressure. Bump, 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 bump. So the tricky thing is if you don't go to the next level with it and you don't bump hard, then you're never going to get them to back up from an easy little gentle pull. What I was telling him is, hey, my hand comes here, you feel the pressure. What's coming next is a bump. Okay, has to be a little more assertive because you don't want him to think that he can just go to sleep there. There we go. Good. Pressure. Bump, bump, bump. Good. Pressure. There we go. Pressure. Very nice. So even when his visibility is a bit challenged, like right now, he can't really see me, he's still gonna have to listen to me. So I feel like it's a great way to get horses that are scared of bags. You know, after you've done the initial desensitizing and stuff, you don't want to do this as the first thing you do, obviously. If you were doing this as the first thing that you do, they'd kick you before you even tied them onto the halter. So it's important to have a foundation of desensitization, and then you can do this. So he's not really doing a very round circle. His nose is pointed away from me because he doesn't want to be next to me, which is understandable. We're in the middle of very intense training, but he's not dragging me around anymore, which is really good. He's respecting the pressure of the halter. And if I ask him to stop, he stops. We change directions. He's actually doing quite good with this exercise because it's a tricky exercise to get good. Good boy. Let him rest out there and think about it. One, two, three, four. Good. Almost 5. Now I gotta be careful to keep him moving, but basically I'm holding onto the saddle. I'm pulling on his nose. Now he's gonna twist around like this for a good while until he starts to realize that's not what I'm asking him to do. So it'll be a long, long time though. So wait for it. So slowly I'm just bumping into him here, even standing on his hind legs a little bit. And he's, in a minute, gonna stop moving and think about what he needs to do with his face. So right there, he might have tried to kick out at me. I didn't see it, but I felt that he kind of maybe did that. Using the rope, I can actually lift up his hind leg, so we might do that instead, because I think he kicked out at me. I wasn't able to see it, but it felt like when I bumped into him there, he kicked out at me, so I don't want to get kicked. So the way I can avoid getting kicked is to actually start to get him used to me touching his hind legs. Now I got a hold of his hind leg and start to introduce him to the theory of that being lifted up and touched. See right there how sensitive he is? So because I have it extended, it's tricky for him to kick me, in theory. So in theory, all he can do is what he's doing right now. See how he's trying to kick out, but whenever I touch him, so he's extremely sensitive about his back legs and his back hind quarters and stuff, which is very normal, but it's not going to work. It's not going to be okay. I'm not going to be okay with that. I have to get him over that. This is good already. He's starting to let me touch him a little bit. Let me pet on him. This is good, so I can relax it. Let him go. So it just takes some time to get him used to it. But once they get used to it, they're not going to be so afraid of you being back here and touching on them. Okay, so then I can let him go. So the theory is he's disengaging his hindquarters away from me. So it's harder for him to kick while he's doing that because he's actively crossing his back legs over. So the theory is that it's harder for him to kick out. Good. So it was subtle, but it was good. That was very good. Alright guys, well, he's done pretty well today. We've gone through a few different things. We've taught him some new stuff and got him really desensitized to the bags. So go ahead and put him away and then be back tomorrow to work with him some more.